rock stars that are joining us right now, I just found out that they kind of came from the desert. One came from the snow recently. The other one came from the desert, but they are a father-daughter team. Am I correct on that?
You are correct.
Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. Before I introduce you two, I want you guys to actually introduce one another. Let me tell you how I want you to do this.
All right, Ken.
Let's go with you're going to introduce your father, but you're going to do it in a sense of you're going in front of an audience, you're in front of a podium. It's kind of like a concert, and you got to wow them. So how would you introduce the gentleman that's sitting next to you to wow the audience?
Well,
who is that person?
I'd like to introduce somebody who has been a great mentor to me for the last 40 years.
Wow.
He's somebody who's highly creative, is always at the top of his game, and never stops believing. So I'd like to introduce to you my father, David Farley.
Wow. Now, David, that was pretty good.
Great. I can't top that.
You got to try.
But Shannon, we have been together that long. And I do remember the good advice that I gave you about your, when you came out of school and about the art and getting into the marketing, into the business, and whatever you do, don't get lost in the art, right? And you didn't. You stayed on top and supervised and managed your way to a very successful career already at this point in your life. I'm proud of you, girl. It's really great. Great stuff.
I'm a father, and I actually like that introduction a lot too. Okay, so I want to start with you. You said a mentor.
Yes.
How exciting is that to have your father? You're in business with your father, and he's also your mentor. That's a rarity, isn't it?
I would think it's a rarity and it's really unique, but I think it's one of the things that's the most exciting thing that's happening to me in my life right now. I grew up in a household where I had chores and I had contracts. So by the age of 7, I was always signing contracts to, what I was supposed to be delivering by the end of the week, by the end of the month. And that's how I was raised. And so...
Wow.
Gosh, it sounds brutal, doesn't it?
It does. Wow, I feel like coal miner's daughters.
Yeah, but you learn a lot from those. And kind of growing up, I've now find him to be probably one of the most inspirational guys that I could have conversations with. And I'm just really lucky to be here.
Is he your friend also?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, one of my best friends.
So, Mr.
We're very close.
Taskmaster over here.
Look, she has a sister, an older sister. Shannon's the younger of the two girls.
Okay.
And, we did have some interesting disciplines that we followed in those days. I'd forgotten about all that, but it's interesting to hear you remembering about it now.
But it's great that the way she admires you, which puts a lot of pressure on you, not just being a dad, but also being that mentor and being that business partner. Your business is a very competitive space right now. It's the mattress industry,
my
right?
business is, the way we got together in business is after a long, long period of time and dealing with medical products and the competitiveness in that market space, going into consumer products, getting into more interesting and more intriguing products, and then selling my company. I sold my company 3.5 years ago and went on a non-compete. And then I'm sitting around writing the book about the plan, the next thing we're going to do.
Right.
This girl, at that point, had already done her 12 years at leadership in a very successful marketing and advertising world, and she was busy working on a project. She had it in her head that she wanted to do something as well, which was kind of along the lines of taking it up to the next notch, doing...
At that business?
At that business and on her own. And then we got together one night and started talking because she lives in Vancouver, BC. I live down in the LA area. So we see each other occasionally, and it was kind of cool to have that meeting. I won't ever forget the night that I said, well, wait a minute, Shannon, this is what I really think I need to do for the rest of my career. And she said, but Dad, that's exactly what I'm doing. Mm-hmm. And we got together. We got our programs lined up together and just started right there having a partnership in business. And
did you know what the product was going to be?
No, the product's insignificant. Product's not what we're doing here.
No, but I like hearing that. That's really important.
The plan. It's there's the product, there's the program, and there's us. And the real deal for us is us. We're going to do what we're going to do because we're who we are. And we're going to be what we're being right now, and we're having a blast doing it.
It goes to the team, is what you're saying.
Absolutely.
Right, it's the EOS, the center.
Absolutely.
It's the center. But can we talk about the product at least?
Sure we can.
Sure.
I think let's market a little, right?
I told Shannon, I said, well, here's what we're going to say about the product. It's a simple, logical solution to the needs of the folks that are looking online to buy a mattress.
And because right now, I'll just tell you, mattress shopping is tough.
We're tracking 23 startups that are online mattress purveyors, and
Startups, brand new companies.
Every
not
single
just the
one of
legacy
them.
ones that are out there.
Every single one of them online is brand new in this foam compressed mattress in a box, format.
Right.
And we're not in that. We're in that segment, but we're not in that space.
No, you're an accessory to all that.
We wanted to do something a little bit more, so we made the mattress a little bit more complicated and a little bit more
Don't say it like
pertinent.
that. Don't say it's more complicated.
No, it's not. It's actually quite simple.
It
but
is.
It has more elements to it. We're not trying to convince you
I
that
just figured something out.
one mattress should fit everybody.
David, I just figured something out.
Yeah.
You're not the marketing person. Tell me what the product is.
That's true. I'm the engineer.
I just realized, wow.
Actually, I'm not the engineer. I'm the mad scientist in the
You're
back
the
room.
mad
They
scientist
occasionally
in the
drag
back
me
room.
out,
Can
right?
you pitch the business for us?
Well, I think first I want to say that like a lot of these online companies have come out with kind of a one mattress fits all kind of solution.
Yes.
And we are very thankful that they came out with that because we were able to poke a lot of holes in kind of where they fell short in the market. If you're selling something online, do you wear a size 7 shoe? Because I wear a size 7.
No, it's
Okay.
always
I wear
different.
a
It's
si-
different
everyone's
sizes.
different.
You're right. And mattresses should be the same way.
And so mattresses are the same way. I think everybody has a personal preference.
Yes.
And they also have needs. And so with our background of 30 years experience coming from healthcare, we understood that one size didn't fit all, and we thought it was kind of
On the same mattress, by the way.
on the same mattress
Right.
for everyone. We thought, well, they're kind of pulling the wool over people's eyes, and we kind of had a design intent when we got to making our mattress that said we're going to solve this problem.
How'd you do that?
So by the design intent, we mean kind of how it's constructed. It's got a beautiful construction with a zipper. You're able to unzip this mattress, and basically how you configure the insides of the mattress allows you to have one mattress with 3 different feels. And those feels, to most of us, is called soft, medium, or firm, but it could be more springy, more bouncy, more cushy. And we also have something very unique inside of our product, which is called an SBT element, which is a support balancing technology.
23 startups are in this space. Is that the right number? 23 roughly?
Well, it's changing every day,
Are we
so
saying the
that's
United
right.
States? Or are we saying worldwide?
A couple in Great Britain.
Yeah.
There's a couple. So we're looking under 30. Very, very competitive space. Your company, by the way, LUXI is what? Because you have Luxi by Smart Sleep. What is Luxi and what is Smart Sleep?
Well, Smart Sleep's a name that we've abandoned at this point because
Why is it
Luxi's
even on here?
Luxi's playing so well for us. It's just
Luxi's a
Luxi
great
Sleep.
name,
It
right?
is.
Yeah.
Luxurious.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
And then titles in your business. What is your title?
I consider myself the director of marketing.
Director of marketing.
Yep.
What's your title?
I'm the CEO.
CEO.
We're co-founders, though.
Was that difficult
Yep.
to come up with a title, or was it just easy?
I hate titles. The only
Yeah.
title I could possibly come up with would be my own, and everybody else I couldn't care less.
But it does matter when you go to conferences and trade shows and look at a business card, right?
Of course it does.
Right.
Yeah, but if I had to list all the jobs that I did, it would be a pretty
You
long
do it
business
all.
card. Yeah,
Because
that's-
you're a co-founder.
Yeah, you're a co-founder. You become a Swiss Army knife. You need to be able to do everything. As I explained to my dad, we got to do it on our skills. So if we were
But
to
you
lay that out,
do go to conferences and trade shows. You do say, hey, I might be chief of marketing, but I'm also a co-founder.
That's
right?
right.
You do need to specify that because you have skin in the game.
that's right.
Right? And that means when you wake up in the morning, you got skin in the game. At night, when you're going to bed, every 24 hours, you're in this all the time, right?
100%.
Do you work harder than your father?
I work different than my father. I think we both work hard.
Love that
but
answer.
we work different.
In what ways? How do you see yourself working different than your daughter?
Well, I think I work more continuously than she does. She has the ability to turn it on and turn it off a little better than I do. But
It's
I've
kind
been
of like
doing
a superpower, isn't it?
Well, I've got myself to the point where I enjoy a full life that's neither one or the other, but the two together. I don't use the word this and, it's the two together.
Your work is your
important.
life.
It is indeed, yeah.
Right.
And I've been at this for, 35 years, and even during a period when I've been off because of business was sold, we were just busy planning. So we've been busy at it the whole time. It's constant.
And when you say you work differently, is that exactly what he's referring to, where you're able to turn it off?
Yeah, I think so. I think you need to come in and out of it. I think I'm on a very creative side of the business. And so to kind of keep fueling your creativity, you can't stay plugged in all the time. You have to go outside. You have to have conversations with people. You have to have meaningful conversations with people and experiences and bring those back to the table and figure out how that kind of impacts what you're building.
Shannon, do you tell people that your partner is also your father?
Oh, yes.
You do?
Oh, yeah.
Is that a selling point, do you think?
I think a lot of people, really appreciate or can be envious of it. that they can see I'm having such a deep relationship with my dad. I mean, I've now into my 40s, and I'm having a better relationship and more meaningful relationship than we've ever had. And
I am envious of that, by
not
the way.
everybody gets to do that, so
love
I'm
that.
very thankful.
I tried to work with my father, and it was quite difficult because I didn't like his industry, right? But what you're saying is not about your industry.
Yeah.
It's about the relationship.
Well, and look at the time that we're in. You know, the millennial market and the you know the foundation. You know, the business manufacturing part of the equation. That's been pretty much the same for a long, long time. The gap is pretty big. It's really wonderful to when you look at the gap and wonder how you're going to bridge it to have somebody on your team to be your
But you're
partner
not a millennial.
on the other side.
You're not, but you can think like it.
She's
Yeah.
definitely a millennial.
Oh, that's good. Well, age-wise, it's only 35. I'm just, you said you were in your 40s. You look
I know
great.
I shouldn't let that out.
No, no. Hey, do you guys ever get in disagreements?
No, I would say that's very, very rare because there's more pleasure for me anyway in managing those points. When we come to those points, I want to make sure that we get through it without having a
Are
disagreement.
you more
And,
sensitive because it is your daughter?
I would say probably so. Yeah, because I want to leave this for her, and it's
That
part
legacy is really important
It's
to
a
you.
part of. Yeah, she's been with me for 40 years, but not working with me. She's been wondering what I've been up to all these years, and now she's dived in and she's actually proclaiming that this is great stuff.
She says it. She loves it.
She loves it. So I'm encouraging her where I can and sharing with her where I can, and we don't have time for disputes.
Well, I think it's about debates. It's not about arguments. It's about having a debate. And it's different to have a debate with your father because you're kind of having to stick up for certain things that you've never had to do before, or it's always been a father role. So I think the debating has become a kind of a new skill. I know that you're really good at it. So
Thanks.
I think instead of arguing, it's more of debating.
Did
He
you
is
hear
good
that?
at it.
I'm
You
really
can
good
tell.
at it. Yeah.
I can tell. Does he ever see you as that little girl?
Every day, yeah.
Every day.
I believe so.
Is that tough then to always say, "Hey, I am this. This is my expertise, and you have to trust me on this"? Because I look at my daughter right now. I always see her at a certain age, and it's hard for her to grow out of that, in my eyes.
Yeah, I think that'd be more of a question for you. Is it hard to see me that way?
Do you understand what we're saying? I mean,
Shannon and I have found that we're a lot alike at the DNA level, all right? And
course.
so for me, I've had an organization for a lot of years. I've talked over a lot of people. I've directed a lot of people. I've been forceful, in my dealings with other people. And then Shannon comes along. And I'll be damned if she's not interrupting me, walking through.
She's doing other things you
She's
do.
doing all the stuff that I do. I have a great sense now, a better sense of who I am because of how she acts.
love it. There's a
and
mirror.
we're having fun. We're having fun with it. So the idea that we have disputes, well, we have issues daily. I mean, we have them every single day, but we're having fun approaching them as a team, and we're very good at it.
This right here, I know it sounds crazy. This is what sells products. As I listen to you, I want to buy what you have because I like you. Does that make sense?
Of course it does.
There's a connection that, and I know you've done this on your website. You have some characters that are trying to connect with an audience. I would actually like to see you two have more of a dialogue. What's going on? What I learned about you earlier is you're in the foam mattress space. You're the leader. You know this better than anybody. So that's why you, of course, have one of the best product that's out there, right?
We've always distinguished ourselves with uniqueness of product, with focus on function, and the desire to be zealots and do something of a higher order. That's where we've been historically. We've done a lot of good in the charitable space alongside.
Is there a give back?
There is a give back on this program, but I've been doing this for a long, long time.
You get it.
We've pushed 40,000 mattress products out over the globe over the years through a charity that we founded and we've been operating over the years. So we're into this. Yeah.
I meet you, my wife and I meet you at a party, and we're going, we're in the business for a mattress.
Yeah.
What kind of questions should we ask ourselves to make sure we're going to make the right purchase? Because our purchase is going to be from $500 to $2,000, right? What's the right questions we should ask ourselves when we're in the market for a mattress? How often should we get a mattress, by the way?
Well, you should get a mattress every 10 years, every
10
8 years, something like that.
Okay.
They do flatten out. They do become less resilient. They do, send signals that they're
So,
tiring out.
time
And you
parameter
want it to
first.
be zappy and lively, from the very
Kind of like you
beginning.
personally.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And
Zappy and lively.
Zappy and lively.
What other
and-
questions should somebody ask themselves so they actually arrive to, yes,
Don't
Luxi's the
get too
best?
stuck on high technology and science. It's not so much about that as it is about just what do you prefer. It's like a pillow.
Yeah.
If you start thinking about the science of what's the right pillow to get, you're going to get lost in space. It makes no sense because we're moving around all night long and it's repositioning time, and there's just an issue called preference. Get yourself comfortable on something that you like. That's all.
So I look at Tony Hsieh and I rolled my eyes thinking this guy's going to make a business out of people buying shoes without even trying them on.
Mm-hmm.
And he turned it into a multi-billion-dollar business and sold it to Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
Can someone buy a mattress without even laying on it?
I would say that yes, if it's
Obviously.
if and it would be great if it had a little bit of flexibility in what the preferences it addressed, and therefore if you make it adjustable so that it's
Which you
somewhat
do.
more firm, if you want it a little more firm, or somewhat more soft if you want it a little more soft, then that's even better than just picking one that doesn't have adjustability about it. But that's for our product. That's really the only secret that we have in play is that we've got an adjustable.
Patented.
Yes.
Yes, but
That's the
also
key.
if
Yeah.
you're with your wife and you're asking questions, it's also about each of you having your own
Preference,
side
yeah.
and your own preference on each side. So one of the other unique things about Luxi is that this bed is split down the middle, and you could sleep on a kind of a firmer surface, and she could sleep on a softer surface, depending on what you guys actually want. So getting people.
Okay, you're making that's a joke, right? Because do you know the whole story of how men and women sleep on the bed? So you have this bed that's this big. This is my wife's section, and this is my section, right? Come on, it's got to
But
be.
in the retail space, the sales associates will tell you that it's very frequent that the biggest issue is that the team, the husband and wife, really shouldn't be trying to shop for the mattress together because they don't have the same set of preferences in mind. Whether that's real or not, what their perceptions are different, and they'll fight about it, and it'll be a difficult point to
Yeah,
get past.
absolutely. My
So
wife-
the fun of it is obviously Luxi Sleep is adjustable separately on
Which is
one
smart.
side,
I love
or
it.
the other. You can change it out.
Who buys mattresses more, men or women? Who's the decision maker? Let me rephrase that.
The men are buying it more.
That blows my mind.
The men are buying it because that's our online profile. It's a little different than brick and mortar retail.
So what do you think about being online? Since that's where, of course, the disruption is. You can order online, you get a box, and there it goes. You get it delivered at your house. That's kind of the disruptive factor, don't you think? Where you could actually buy everything online and get something within a matter of a couple of days.
Well, yeah, and we're manufacturers, by the way. We're not one of the group. We're not a marketing company that buys product and resells it, which we're the only one in that group that's currently so active and has such a lot of business going on in the.
Because you're direct.
Well, it's not about being direct. It's about making the product and being able to interact at the manufacturing level to tweak it and make it really fit and make it be the next generation is right around the corner. And we've got things that are going for us because we're positioned that way. And that's how we see ourselves as being able to be disruptive. The definition for being disruptive is to be able to deliver it at a lower price because of information technology, or to be able to deliver the same product price but with more value.
Right.
And that's where we're at. We think we've got that and as an edge on everyone else. We believe that coming into the segment that we're in now, we're kind of leaders of a second wave strategy. We're
What's
not
the
really
website?
LuxiSleep.com, Luxi sleep.com.
2 questions real quick. Favorite brand other than your own?
Oh, Tempur-Pedic's the brand leader in the
But
foam
I'm saying
segment.
of all
Wonderful.
brands in the whole world.
I prefer sleeping on a foam product.
No, but every brand, any brand. It could be Apple, it could be Tesla, it could be
Oh,
NASA.
it has to be Apple because Apple's done more to change my
Okay,
life.
I'm just
and my-
checking out.
Yeah,
What is your
absolutely.
favorite brand?
I probably would say Apple as well, just
Apple?
because it's been around forever and it's impacted all of our lives, making it more simple. Everything's been very logical, and it's just simple, and so nice.
So you're trying to be the Apple within the mattress industry?
To some degree.
That's a pretty audacious thing to do.
Yeah.
It really is.
We want to be inspirational. We want to create a following that's crazy about what we do.
Yeah.
Not because of what we've done or how we're doing it, because of who we are.
I like that.
And we're
think
just
different.
right. We're just
think
right.
different when it
Yeah.
comes to mattresses. People, again, want to find out more. What's the website?
LuxiSleep.com. That's LuxiSleep.com.
That's where you go. Hey, thanks a lot for spending time with us.
Thank you.